You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Friday the 10th of July, 2026. It is 19 days after the summer solstice. It is 74 days before the autumnal equinox. In today's episode, seed pods, Lady Godiva, Greenpeace, and Nikola Tesla. Today's forecast. A 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 p.m. High near 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 32.2 Celsius. West wind 7 to 9 miles per hour. The sun rises today at 5:34 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 1:01 p.m. The sun sets today at 8:28 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 9:01 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 9:42 p.m. The length of daytime today is 1 minute, 6 seconds shorter than yesterday. The moon is in its waning crescent phase and is 19% full at midday. The moon rises today at 1:23 a.m. and then it sets at 4:56 p.m. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the middle of the night, low tide, 12:47 a.m., 9 centimeters. In the morning, high tide, 6:58 a.m., 1 meter 34. In the afternoon, low tide, 12:53 p.m., 15 centimeters. In the evening, high tide, 7:22 p.m., 1 meter 74. In our shared realm of plants and animals, the thornless honey locusts have begun producing their distinctive seed pods. If you look up into the branches, you'll see them in profusion. They are still green, and they are right now velvety to the touch. But they are quite big, 8 to 10 inches long, and they've already taken on their characteristic twisted shape. Similarly, the seed pods of Kentucky coffee trees have also appeared. They too are green and soft and fuzzy, but they have a stouter shape, shorter, and quite thick and wide. Commemorations. By legend, it was on this day in the year 1040 that Lady Godiva rode naked through the streets of the city of Coventry in England. The earliest account of the event was recorded by a certain Roger of Wendover in the 13th century, and the story goes like this. It was late Anglo-Saxon times, before the Norman conquest. Leofric, the Earl of Mercia, was the ruler of the area. He imposed taxes so high that the people groaned under their weight. His wife, the kindly Lady Godiva, pled with him to lower the taxes, but her entreaties fell on deaf ears. Finally, tired of her repeated requests, he said he would grant her wish only if she rode through the city naked. Godiva sent out a decree that all the townspeople should lock themselves in their houses and shut their windows, and at the appointed time she doffed her jewels and fine clothes and mounted her horse, only her long hair covering her body. As she rode through the empty streets, one man, a tailor named Tom, opened his window to have a look. He is the origin of the term Peeping Tom. In most versions of the story, Tom was struck blind for his misdeed. But Godiva was granted her wish. This, of course, makes us think of very fine chocolates. On this day in 1962, the Swedish engineer Nils Bohlin was granted a U.S. patent for his 3-point automobile safety belt. He developed it for Volvo, and it is the familiar form we know today, with one strap across the waist and another diagonal strap across the chest and shoulder. Volvo would make the design available to other car makers, and it is now the standard, and has saved countless lives. On this day in 1985, the Greenpeace ship, the Rainbow Warrior, was bombed and sank in the harbor of Auckland, New Zealand. The Rainbow Warrior was used by Greenpeace to campaign against whaling, seal hunting, nuclear testing, and nuclear waste dumping. It often interfered directly with whaling ships or parked itself in the way of nuclear tests. It was sunk in a stealth operation by the French intelligence services. Today we remember Nikola Tesla, born this day in 1856. The great electrical engineer and inventor was a rival to Thomas Edison in the early days of the introduction of electricity. He invented a system to produce alternating current, which was adopted by George Westinghouse. One of Tesla's first triumphs was at the World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago in 1893, where Westinghouse, using an alternating current system incorporating Tesla motors and generators, was chosen to power the fair. Did you know Tesla had a laboratory on Long Island? It was in Shoreham, just beyond Port Jeff. The electric car named after him has no relation to him at all. The oligarch who owns the company simply appropriated that name. In the World Cup today, Spain faces Belgium in California. And that is the Observatory, Friday the 10th of July, 2026.